All right, we are live. Oh, so we are live, and live means that we get to talk about some information, Mike. It's breaking ish news. We're a couple hours late, but we got families and lives and kids that got to get home.
Right.
But now that you're home, grab your adult beverage, pull up a table, and listen to two of your favorite Falcons legends. Use that word loosely, but not really. We are legends. Talk about our brand new quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. One of the we got to learn it now. I never actually knew correct pronunciation. It's either I think it's Tagovailoa. We'll figure it out. Anyways, Tua's here. Tua's here. We chose him, Mike, over Flacco, over your boy Gino, over Kyler Murray, over Anthony Richardson, over anybody. There's the guy from the Bears, the white quarterback that was the backup everybody loved, Tyler Bajan, whatever. We chose Tua over everybody. And people, I was driving back from Tua Tagovailoa. Tunga. I thought it was Taga. All right, Tagovailoa. So I was driving back 90% of the game, station I used to work at, and they were talking about it. And there is much more not so happiness about Tua than happiness. But what's Michael Turner's thinking? His thoughts?
I just wanted to I know it's going to be somebody. It's going to be a big splash. Whoever we got, it's going to be not somebody's going to take us to the promised land or anything like that. But we just wanted somebody to compete for the starting job with Michael Penix or at least have somebody ready for week one, because we don't know how healthy how Michael's going to be when it comes to that stage of the game. So it's just one answer. That's one question that's answered. It's going to be him and Tua going at it and see who starts week one. And if Tua starts off hot and got us rolling, he might start for the whole season. That's what I think. So it's only a 1-year deal, so it's no big deal. So everybody can. I don't know what everybody expected out there.
People are upset. They are having a visceral reaction to this, saying, "Why on earth would you get Tua when he has a whole history of concussions?" He said this is the most fragile quarterback room in the NFL. And people like, you got a guy with 2 broken legs, you got a guy with like head case issues, and you got 2 individuals that if you touch them, they will break. You blow on them, they will break. They are all types of memes popping up right now and how fragile our QB room is. Why not get a Iron Man if you have somebody who's fragile? And I'm like, I understand that. But very few people feel like this is the right move for the Falcons. But then again, the fans never think that we're making the right moves, and they've unfortunately been right more often than not.
Everybody, like I said, everybody just relax. We brought some more pieces in too in the receiver room, and I think we brought another tight end as well. So I mean, it is what it is. And one thing Tua would not have to worry about is getting hit, because we gave up the least sacks as our O-line has been good at protecting our quarterback as far as that goes. So we just hopefully he doesn't get hit and beat up, and see what he do. It's like he has flashes of being promising. It's not like, is he a bum? No,
Wait. Time out. Is he a bum? He led the league in interceptions, supposedly 15 interceptions. He got benched for some bum. So if you get benched for a bum, usually you're a bum. And maybe it was the wrong QB coach, the wrong environment, the wrong system, whatever it was. But Tua was also like a Pro Bowl player a couple years back, and you are what you are. What have you done for you lately is the whole thing. And so the 15 interception he has, there are people calling him, why did we bring a bum here? I get it, $1.2 million. He's cheap, but they paid $100 million for him to leave. They said, please go. We will pay you to go, which is not a bad deal. I'm assuming Tua keeps that money. That's a great deal. I'm not crying for him if he's getting, tens of millions of dollars. But for us to say, the guy that got benched, the guy who led the league in interceptions, the guy who, is this close to getting another concussion being done for the year, the guy who, I don't know. Is he the guy we want to not just be our backup, but to be the guy who's going to mentor Michael Penix? Because they're saying Flacco would have been great because he's been through everything. He mentored Lamar, he mentored Shador, he's going to mentoring black quarterbacks. So, hey, bring Joe Flacco in and have him mentor our black quarterback. It would be great. He has a type of calming veteran presence. Tua, there's been again, allegations and rumors that he had a Russell Wilson-esque type of string to him, where he had a little attitude and felt that he was hot stuff. Again, all of these, I don't know, Tua. I've never met the man, but to have someone that may possibly bring all of the bad and none of the good, that I see why some fans are saying, "What the heck are we thinking?" And some are even saying, "Are we trying to just not win games next year? Is that the plan?" Which I don't think the plan is, but people will be able to wonder for days, weeks, months why they didn't choose some of the other quarterbacks we had access to.
We got one ATL fan in the chat say he's better than Joey Harrington.
I mean
you play with Joey.
I played with Joey. Mike didn't play with Joey. I played with Byron Leftwich, Joey Harrington, and my dog Chris Redman. Chris was with me in Baltimore and Atlanta. He wasn't a problem, but there was problems with our QBs.
Okay, so with him as far as Tua and that locker room presence, it was rumors that I guess the team lost respect from him, and they try to like call up teammates, not show up to meetings and stuff.
Yeah,
try to have like film sessions and stuff. So I can see that. I mean, I don't know how mature that Miami team was to handle Tua. I mean, because everybody was just pointing fingers at why everything was going down the drain, and then we had a Tyreek Hill situation, like calling guys out and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see if he learned from his mistakes in Miami, and I trust that Matt did his homework on him. Maybe call Mike McDaniel, see what kind of guy he is. Like I said, the two.
I love this. I can press and click the thing.
You're right.
At rounds 1, Tua, I hate it with every fiber of my being. So this is, and I listen to 680 The Fan, 9 on the game. I listen to national radio. Yeah. I was driving back home because I'm out here moving, grooving, doing work, and it was just hilarious to hear some of the responses, and it was mostly negative. I heard one guy saying, "Hey, at least we're giving our guy Michael Penix a chance." And that's what Matt Ryan must be thinking, because you bring in Kyler Murray, Penix ain't seen the field. You bring in Geno, Penix ain't seen the field. You bring in somebody who right now can clearly give us a better chance to win. He's not seeing the field. And there are some who say, well, why didn't we do that? But they're also saying, well, we did that. We didn't do that because we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, throw Michael Penix out with the old regime, because the old regime didn't nurture Penix the way he should have, supposedly. Right. He deserves to be seen under a Kevin Stefanski offense. So in order to give him a chance, I mean, if you can't beat Tua, then you don't deserve to start in this league. You can't beat Tua. And they're saying, all right, this is a benchmark. We're not going to set it too high, but here's a benchmark where we want you to beat him. We want you to be the guy. And it's up to you. Ball's in your court is supposedly what I'm thinking. And when that fan mentioned that, I was like, all right, I can see that. I can see the reason that they chose right in the middle. Not too bad, not too good. Right in the middle. But like, are we trying to win at all costs?
They ain't trying to spend no money either.
That's the part. That's the part, Mike.
We got some work. We got some work to do, man. We don't have a first round draft pick this year. So we'll see, man. We got some holes to fill. A D offer left, a free agency. We got to sign another running back to replace Tyler Algier. He's gone to Arizona.
He is. I saw that to Arizona. Yeah. And I told you, Mike. I told you. Tyler Algier is not staying. Caden Nelson's not going to stay. No one's going to stay with the Falcons for a hometown discount. We're not keeping one free agent. The only guy we might keep is Bijan, because we will back up the truck for Bijan, and as we should. But no one else we're keeping. And with this new GM, because these aren't their guys, these aren't Matt Ryan's guys, we're not keeping anybody, Mike. They're all leaving.
Well, that's why we don't spend big on the quarterback that we don't want for next year either. So we're not tanking. But I think we setting up. We said if we could be in a good position to have a good draft pick next year.
Yeah. They this one. So the dude sniped this one eye last season. This is why we got Tua. Yeah, the dude sniped this with one eye last season. Tua had his best games against the Falcons. He's been very good in this stadium, and for all of the issues he had last year, he beat our behinds. I'll tell you that. After we're out here beating the Rams and beating the Bills and out here flexing like we something, Tua goes, excuse me, I like to have a word with y'all. Bam. Right. It has a great game against our defense, which we were raving about. So I see why they got Tua. I just don't see why they got Tua. I get it, but I don't get it.
Oh, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's the business nature. Like you said, he beat us last year, so we can't be talking too bad about it.
You know what? We can't. We talk so much trash about how good we're supposed to be. Like, you are what your record says. Like, Tua's trash. All right, so if he's trash and he beat us, then what does that make us? Hey, don't do it math that way.
Don't do the math. Don't do the math on that. Don't do the math on that.
Don't do your math on that. If we don't
but now we got one question answered. Like, we're gonna have a competition next year at quarterback, and it's gonna be Tua versus Michael Penix. Is it the most exciting quarterback competition? No.
And this is again at rounds 1. So the Jets beat us too. Does that mean we're gonna take their quarterback? No.
Who was their quarterback? No.
Who was the Jets quarterback? Aaron Rodgers, right? No, that was before. He was Steelers. Who was the Jets quarterback? James, not
it was Justin Fields, but that's not who beat us.
Who beat us? It's bad.
Yeah,
the fact that the Jets beat us, period, is bad. The fact that we don't know who the quarterback was for the Jets and they still beat us is bad, Mike.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Don't remind me of that game. But anyway, but so what are you excited about the competition? Are you excited?
So I'm excited about any competition. We went on the boat cruise with Michael Penix's parents. I've met Mike several times at Falcons events. Great dude. I wish and hope that he gets and stays healthy so he can truly compete. But the best ability in the NFL is availability. If you don't got that, it doesn't matter how talented you are. They have to make other plans, and that's what they're doing, kind of, with Tua. I love that they're going to compete, and it just came out recently that it has been said by Stefanski that there's going to be open competition. It's not like, oh, this is Penix's job, and now you understand why. They would not commit to Penix. Now you understand why. We all kind of knew it, but now it's official. They said he's going to compete. The job is not his. They're not giving it to him because they feel like they owe him something. This is not Matt Ryan's quarterback. This is not Kevin Stefanski's quarterback. This is Arthur Blank's quarterback, who in the press conference, he said he's our franchise, and he's the only person who said this is our franchise quarterback. Everybody else is like, we want him to get healthy.
That could have been just all season talk.
I mean, it sounds good, but I think Matt and Stefanski were savvy enough to know that this is the business where you can't, baby people, and and it's yours, and no competition, and we believe in you. They can believe in them and still have a backup plan, and this is an interesting backup plan. I remember very vividly. I'm trying to figure out what year it was when Tua had a concussion to where his fingers were. We were retired by then.
Like two or three seasons ago.
Yeah, his fingers were curled up, and I felt that. I felt it through the screen. The pain, the horror, the uncomfortable feel. The fans looking at it like, this guy does not need to be out there. There was cameras showing where they didn't test him properly. I think there was some sort of investigation because they let Tua back on the field without doing the true concussion protocol a couple years ago because he was fighting to get back out there. Like, no, don't get back out there. You have a life that's much bigger than this game. You've made the money. You've made the impact, and you've had a good career. You can tell your kids, your grandkids, hey, daddy played in the NFL at a high level. You made a Pro Bowl. Why are you still putting your, not just health, your life at risk? And we were at a time to where that was a serious conversation of like, we need an intervention for Tua. I remember NFLPA people talking about, should we put into law that just same way that you can have players pulled out for concussions, you can force a player to quit because it's just not safe for him. There were conversations about that. So to have that quarterback that we were talking about years ago, that he should quit for his own safety, now be our quarterback. It's like what do we do?
So we got one injury, two injury prone quarterback. You see the memes out there. You see the memes with the
they coming.
They coming with we got a fragile quarterback room.
Yes, we do. We do.
So, but like I said, it's not. I ain't gonna say that. Only person that could be long term is Michael. I don't think Tua, regardless, he's not long term for us. But we'll see. Like one fan said in the chat, hope Penix steps up. Yeah, I hope so too. Because I mean, he has to.
Lord Templar, I hope he steps up. He has to.
He has to, because like now it's not your job. You're not, like I said, it's not. You got to go out there and prove yourself again. And I think he's been through this before, so we like in college, like proving himself over again. But we'll see how he hasn't handled the NFL pressure now.
Yeah, and it's it's interesting because you're right. An ATL fan, Kyler probably wants to go to a team that will treat him as a franchise QB day one, and we were going to put Kyler in a QB competition. And the question came about when I was on the car listening to the radio. I was like, do you think Tua could have been a starting quarterback somewhere else? I'm like, no. I don't think so. Because if he could have had a guaranteed day one starting job somewhere else, he wouldn't say, I'm going to compete with Michael Penix, unless he thinks, and he probably does, that he can beat Penix in a fair competition. He probably does think so. And good. We wanted to think so. We want an actual competition with people who are ready to compete, not one guy who the heck walks to a competition is like, probably not going to win. I'll do my best. I hope I win this competition. No, he's coming in wanting to win, and I love that. But it's going to be interesting. They're going to have to put like yellow jerseys, pink jerseys, all types of jerseys. You can't touch these guys. You can't blow on them. If you injure one of these guys in practice before the game starts, before the season starts, Mike, that defensive player is going to get fired immediately.
We still need one more quarterback, don't we?
We do. We need somebody, and we still got room for. I say bring in Anthony Richardson. Why not? Yes, he's got issues, he's got maturity problems, but he has talent. He has talent that can be developed. Anthony Richardson, I'm going to go and pick it outside the Falcons.
That's another guy that gets injured all the time too, Ovie.
Yeah, he's an athletic phenom who just hasn't developed. He doesn't know how to be professional. He doesn't know how to play at this level and be professional. Why would you bring me? I say, because that could be taught.
We can probably bring Flacco in. Still can bring Flacco in and mix it up.
Please. We should absolutely get Tua and Flacco.
Yeah,
and that would be a quarterback room that I'd be happy about, because right now I'm nervous. I'm nervous when those defenders are coming around the corner. I'm nervous when they're practicing, full go. I'm nervous when these guys try to scramble. God forbid. I'm nervous, and I'm nervous because I know that even after we left, the games got faster. The guys have gotten bigger. They got more violent, but they do protect quarterbacks. That is good, but. After the fact, if you get hit, you get hit. They'll protect you by calling a flag, but they can't stop you from getting hit. Yeah, and they hit hard.
Okay, are we not running RPOs, Ovie? So I think Kevin Stefanski is going to find a way to try to protect his guys, and he probably wants the ball out quick and things like that. And we just got to see how this offense is going to look, man, and probably a lot of running. Now there's whispers that we're going to be signing Nick Chubb too. That's another thing out there. Yeah.
Nick Chubb, okay, that's nice.
We need somebody to replace Tyler Algier. We need a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, Terry Clark said, "Get our Bibles out this season. We're going to need prayer." Yes, amen to that, Terry. We're definitely going to need prayer. Getting late around QB in the draft. Yeah, do we want to spend a draft pick on a QB? There we go, Mike. Do we spend draft picks on?
No.
I mean,
we only got five.
ATL fan Mike says no.
Why they flashing up there and going off quick?
I don't know why it's coming off so quick. I try to stay up, so it should stay. Why does it leave? It leaves way too fast. We got to fix that. Let's just fix that. This is brand new. We're playing with our toys. We got new toys. But this draft, we have 5 picks. We can't spend anything on a QB. We already did the Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix thing, where Kirk Cousins, and this is what I was saying early on. Like I was saying,
especially not this draft. It's not a good quarterback draft.
No. Yeah. But I mean, we paid Kirk Cousins so much money. We could have had the same record with Tua Tagovailoa, whatever. I'll figure it out. With paying $1.2 million, we paid Kirk $180 million. We were 8-9. We could have paid Tua $1.2 million and being 8-9, or paid whoever was out at the time, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, anybody, Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't anybody. No. Kirk Cousins. No, don't do
that now, Eric, because when we signed Kirk, you was all happy, excited. We were going to the Super Bowl and all this other stuff.
I was happy because
now that he's gone, don't try to say we could have did this and that and that. No,
Ovie, no. Bad Ovie. So the reason I was excited, Mike, was because Kirk Cousins showed us that he can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers twice in a row and have 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. So that Kirk Cousins, you're damn right I was excited about, because we could have went to the Super Bowl. If he stayed that Kirk Cousins, as you saw, not this past season, the season before, we were winning the league by 2-3 games. If that Kirk Cousins stayed in the building, we would have a different conversation. It'd be, how different would our world be? Because we would have made the playoffs. We would have probably won some playoff games. We'd be reloading for year 2. Our world would be different. And Michael Penix would be in the same track he was always meant to be, which is still kind of weird. Wait until year 3 or 4 to start. He had the Jordan Love track behind Aaron Rodgers. It worked for Jordan Love. Jordan Love's doing good-ish. Is he? I don't follow the Packers. I don't know. He's doing good.
He's doing all right.
Great. He's doing good. So it worked for Jordan Love. Why couldn't it work for Penix behind Kirk Cousins? That was the plan.
Because Kirk got hurt and didn't tell nobody, or they were enforced his way. You forget about what had happened, Ovie.
What had happened? Yeah, he
got hurt, and then we forced Michael Penix to play, we couldn't turn back after that.
No, we couldn't.
Don't change what happened. That's why everybody's fired, Ovie.
Everybody's gone, Ovie.
You're right.
It didn't work. It didn't work at all. Right. Everybody's gone.
Right.
Just talk about Bijan is going to be carry the rock. Yeah, we're going to need some rock carry, Lord Templar, and defense. ATL fan. You're right.
That's what we're going to be putting on. We're going to be putting on heavy on defense and run game.
Here's the thing about Bijan 2,000 yard season. I love it, and I hope so. But we're wasting Bijan's career. I said that last year. I said that the year before. And you're like, he's so young. He's only 2 years into it. He's only 3 years into it. He's only 4. Oh, damn, Ovie, you're right. We're wasting Bijan's career. We are not. And again, I'm not saying we're tanking. I'm just saying that it doesn't seem like we're putting our best foot forward if we're not going after Geno Smith, if we're not going after Kyler Murray, if we're not going after like quarterbacks that, yeah, maybe Michael Penix may never get a chance to start, but will these guys give a better chance to win or not? Will Geno Smith give a better chance to win than Tua Tagovailoa? Yes. Will he cost a little money? Yes. But you have to pay to play. You have to pay money to win. I get it. Didn't work for Cousins.
Right. We're not in those rooms. We can't do that, Ovie. We can't pay everybody. You can't do it.
We can't do it. We have to pay a quarterback though. The Desmond Ritters and the Marcus Mariotas, how did that work out? That's what Tua's going to give us. If Tua starts, he's going to give us the same 8-9 season we've had.
And when I say this is not a long-term plan, Ovie. This is just I want to say Band-Aid. I don't want to use the word Band-Aid with the injuries that we have, but this is a Band-Aid, Ovie. Calm down.
No, it's a Band-Aid, but it's a Band-Aid. We don't need a Band-Aid. We need to do reconstructive surgery right now and fix it. We don't need to stop the bleeding. We need to fix it. Okay. And if we're not trying to win more games this year than last year, what are we doing? Because you asked, like, hey, is Kevin
I'm not saying that, but come on, Ovie. Come on. Yeah. Relax.
No, I'm not going to relax. I'm not. I refuse to. I'm not relaxing because I didn't want Tua here. I didn't think that there are positive things about him that I get excited when you think about a couple years ago, and he was with Tyreek, and they was lighting it up, and they went to the playoffs. Like, okay, yeah, that Tua, I like that Tua. But then if you think about
you back in the barbershop. You back in the barbershop.
I mean, if you think about back in the day, Tua was great, but we don't play football by what happened 2, 3, 4 years ago. We go back what happened lately. And lately,
so do you want to give Michael Penix a chance to start? Yes or no?
I do.
Okay, then. So what you crying about now? What are you crying about?
Right.
I'm
crying. I'm crying about the fact that I want my cake. And I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want us to get the absolute best quarterback so we can win, but I also want to give Michael Penix a chance to start.
No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that.
I want to see what Michael Penix has because
you can't do that.
We took him number 8 overall.
You can't do that.
But at the same time,
I don't
want to see what he has. I want us to win and get the best quarterback. And you can't do both. That's the question. And
we're trying to save money too at the same time.
Yep.
Please.
Bringing the band back to the field. Mike Yells, we should definitely PRT.
Yeah.
They are there. Just stop going. All right. Oh, no. Ovie's talking about. I know I'm not. Leave me alone. And my guy should be striking up the band. Yeah, I should be. Falcons would be Titanic.
Right?
Titanic. That's not good, Terry. What are you talking about? We're not the Titanic. Titanic. No, I've never, ever. I take it back. No, I wasn't. Well, no. I'm trying to think if I ever have been on a team, Ravens or Falcons, where I felt like it was tankish, because tanking is weird to me. As a player, I don't give a flying furball if the team wants to tank.
Go back to the Joey Harrington that year. That year.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. What y'all was doing that year? Y'all was trying to win every game?
Yeah. So Mike, you weren't there. Fans, you guys were here. Were here. Mike was in San Diego enjoying the winning ways of the Chargers, the Superchargers, I hear they call themselves. But I was here in Atlanta my first year here when I was very blessed to become the highest paid fullback in NFL history. But also it was a double-edged sword because I was the highest paid fullback in NFL history. Everyone was like, what are you doing to help us win? I'm like, I'm on the bench because we're down by 2 touchdowns by the second quarter. So I couldn't play. And the locker room was chaos. Bobby Petrino was chaos. And even with that chaotic, horrible team after Mike Vick had his situation, he had to leave. Well, I was trying to win.
Okay.
But I feel like guys weren't playing hard because they just didn't care. Especially the players who knew that I'm going to get signed somewhere else, or, hey, we'll try hard next year. Guys didn't care. They really didn't care. So it wasn't the players tanking. It wasn't the coaches tanking. It's just like when you're losing a lot, people stop caring. I cared because I got the new contract and I wanted to show people I was worth it. But me out here having a great block, yeah.
I cared. I don't think you cared either. At some point, by the time November came around, y'all knew what y'all was doing.
Maybe I didn't care at week 15. 14. By week 14, after we lost 10 games in a row, Mike, after we lost 10 games in a row, part of me, you're darn right. I was a victim of peer pressure. I was 26 years old, just became a brand new multimillionaire, and I was peer pressured by the wrong people because you're darn right. No one will show up to meetings. Imagine no one shows up to meetings.
Okay.
Petrino, the last 3 games, Petrino left. He left. He was gone.
Okay.
And so, again, I don't know if we were tanking. We just didn't care, and so I don't think that
he probably was oblivious to y'all tanking. That's probably what it was. Because
I mean, we got Matt Ryan. It worked out.
You're
welcome. You're welcome. Every single one of you, ATL Falcon and Terry and Lord Sniper, all you guys are welcome. Because if we didn't play so bad, we would never gotten Matt Ryan.
We got
face of the franchise, the Hall of Fame quarterback, the Ring of Honor Falcon guy.
Okay,
you're welcome.
So in other words, to end the show.
To end the show, yes.
To end the show, to wrap this up, because the only thing you're doing is crying right now. You can't confuse. You confused what you want to do and what the Falcons
No. This is not me crying. This is me talking to the fans and talking to our city and trying to make sense of what we just did. I feel like it's a good thing because at the end of the day, as much as I want to have my cake and eat it too, Mike, I want to see what Michael Penix has. Michael Penix wants to show us what he has with this new regime. I think we all deserve to know what can this left-handed quarterback named Mike do. Can he rekindle the old magic that other left-handed quarterback named Mike did?
If he can't, it's a nice QB draft next year.
Yeah, he can't. I mean, but it's a nice QB draft next year if we win 1 or 2 games. If we do what we've done every year, which is win 6, 7, 8, 9 games, we're back in the same. We can't mortgage our future to get the guys we want who are going 1, 2, and 3. So either we play really bad.
It's going to be more than 3 guys in next year's draft.
The top 3, 4 guys are going in the top 3, 4, 5 picks, but hopefully we won't have to worry about that because in a perfect scenario, Tua gets beat up Michael Penix. Michael Penix shows us because he has to have some huge chips on his shoulders. You see his interviews. He's got this quiet confidence and great young man, but he's got to have some chips on his shoulders to where he's like, okay, you gonna take all right. I'm gonna show you. So I can't wait for him to show me, to show you, and to show all of us what he's made out of. Because in the perfect world, he comes out, lights it up, shows us with the Stefanski offensive system, he can be the quarterback the franchise has been looking for. The Falcons franchise has been looking for, and we win 10 games, go to the playoffs. Everyone's happy.
Okay, sure. There we have it, folks. Thanks for logging in. Thanks for joining us on this live feed. We'll see what the barbershop says next week.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. And